We are in unprecedented times, and no matter when you're watching this video, this message, this channeled message from my guides is going to help. So, welcome. I'm Sonia Davies, spiritual advisor, strategist, soul activator, and I'm here with channeled messages that I receive every single day to share with you because they are here to help you as well. And I speak them, I channel right every morning. I speak them because my voice is an activator. And I invite you, when I read out the channeled message in a few moments, if you can, close your eyes and allow yourself to feel the frequency of my words rather than trying to necessarily hear them. And I will talk about what they mean afterwards. So if you're new here, you're very, very welcome. And I would love it if you like this video to, if you would subscribe. And if you've been around for a while, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you being here. We are in unprecedented times, and people have been saying that for a while, but literally this is coming to the crescendo point in a journey of evolution for our entire planet and in fact the wider galaxy. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually believe it's just Earth that's going through this process, but that's a different topic for another day. I may talk about that sometime. But we are on a journey of what is labeled ascension, moving from 3D to 5D and beyond. I find those terms a little constricting, but we'll go with it. That's what's kind of used, but it's about our journey to reconnect with our soul self rather than just our physical black and white, very logical, what's in front of us. That's something that's been conditioned into us all as humans. And I'm saying us because I'm as much part of this as you are. And at the time I'm recording this, now look, these videos are timeless. You can watch this whenever. And in fact, your higher soul self will bring you to this at the right time for you to receive these frequencies. And that's deliberate. That's okay. So don't worry about when you're watching this. Even if it's in a year's time, it doesn't matter. It's perfect for you. But I'm recording this on Friday, the 10th of July, 2026. And that's relevant for me to say because of the mind-blowing energies that we are in. And I'm feeling them, and they're really unsettling. Now, I am not an astrologer. I am an enthusiastic amateur follower of astrology, but I am not an astrologer at all. However, I do know a lot of astrology going on right now. If you want to know more about what's happening, follow people like Pam Gregory, Heather Ensworth, Molly McCord. They're all amazing people and they're all here on YouTube. You can find them. If you want to know more about the depth of the astrology and what's going on. But what I'm really feeling, what I am is an energy worker. I work with energies. I feel energies. I weave energies. I clear and cleanse energies, and I activate energies within other people, within you. If you're watching this, my voice is an activator. My energy field is an activator. Energy is critical to everything, and I'm very, very, very sensitive to it. And most people who are what they term awake on their spiritual journey are also very sensitive to it, even if you can't label it. Now, today's message that came through this morning is talking about that and what you can do about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the message that came through just about 20 minutes ago. It's very, I jump straight in and capture the energy of the channel when I record these as well. I don't wait until several hours later, at least very rarely anyway. So I'm going to read out the message. I want you to feel the energy of it, and then I will talk through what else came through for me and the images and the sensations that I got as I was receiving this message. And I'll talk you through it and what it might mean for you and how you can apply this and harness this for yourself so you can receive the benefit of it. So if you're comfortable, I do invite you to close your eyes so that you can feel the frequency of my voice activating your energy field. And just let the words flow over you. Just take a nice breath now and land in this space. As you sit in contemplation, allow yourself to be aware of your energy. Feel it flowing through you, in you and around you like a river flows over a bed of ground, over rocks and around tree roots. Allow yourself to feel the flow of this energy. It is around you and within you and connects you to all things on your planet and beyond. Can you feel it? Connect with it. This is your connection to all that is. When you allow yourself to feel it fully as it flows around you and through you with its ribbons of light and life, you feel your connection. Feel it flow. Know it is you and you are it. That is all there is. It is joyful in its simplicity. Feel it this day, beloved one. Feel and connect in love, in connection, in flow. So, beautiful message, beautiful, beautiful message. And what I really got, I got several images as I was receiving this message today. And it's really, I'm trying to work out how to put words around concept that I feel in my body and sort of how can I explain it to you? It's asking you to not ignore the energies that are going on. This is saying don't try and push through. I'm getting a sense of, have you ever been out for a walk when it's been a howling gale, really strong winds, and you feel like you have to battle through? This is saying, don't. It can feel like that at the moment. The energies right now, they're really ramping up and they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go over through to the end of July. We've got a new moon at the time I'm recording this. We've got a new moon coming up next in about 5 days' time. And then we've got all sorts of other massive, massive, massive astrology and a full moon on the 29th of July. I'm looking at my calendar there. And then we go into the 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate, and then we go into the eclipse season. That's going to be monumental. I always get hit really hard with eclipses, so I will be talking more about that at some point when the time is right. But we're already in these energies. We're feeling the build up. Things are going on. Things are happening around us. This is saying, rather than trying to battle through the storm and the wind, just stop, let the wind flow around you. Because when you let it flow, it's talking about flow like a river over the ground, over the rocks and around the tree roots. The river stays fluid. There's a fluidity to this. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. Like I say, these are concepts I feel in my body as much as anything. So it's sometimes difficult to describe in words. But it's saying, allow yourself to feel the flow of the energy. Don't try and fight it. Don't try and battle through. If you're feeling like you're rushing headlong into a gale, it's saying, don't go headlong. Let yourself flow with the wind. See, where does the wind want to take you? These energies are flowing around for a reason. The more you try and battle through them and fight through and keep going with doing everything you've always done before, the more difficult you're going to find this time. And even if you're watching this in 6 months' time and you're going, what are you talking about? The energies are fine now. I mean, I don't think that's going to be true, but I think there's going to be still a lot to come in this process for the next, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years at least. But I invite you to let the things flow. So if something comes up for you in your mind, if your brain throws you a, I don't know, like an old memory that you haven't thought of in decades, and you go, why on earth is that there? I don't want to remember that. Saying, no, 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 it's there for a reason. It's there because there's something there for you to learn, for you to let go of. I've had this myself. I mean, I am literally in this as much as you are. And sometimes the messages I get are because I've specifically asked my guides, I'm feeling like this, like I'm being buffeted around by energies. What do I need to do? What do you need to tell me? What do you need me to know? And sometimes I'm not the only one feeling that. So this is why I put these out here for you as well, because it's not just for me, but it is as much for me as it is for you. This is saying the energy that is flowing at the moment is, yes, it's swirling and it feels like it's gale force, but it's okay. Don't try and fight through it. Flow with it. Go with what comes up. See what emerges for you as we go through this process. And there will be things, and it might feel difficult. You may feel on edge. You may feel tension. You may feel a clench in your body. This is saying this energy is your connection to everything. Feel the flow of it and flow with it. Because when you clench up, when you tighten up, when you feel that tension, that stress, that anxiety, that I'm really annoyed about stuff, or whatever it is, that's you trying to fight it and stop it flowing. As humans, we are very, very conditioned into not allowing our emotions and our feelings to flow. And that's why so much comes up in terms of emotional blockages, shutting down, in terms of physical symptoms in the body. There's a huge amount that is stored in the body based on emotions that you don't allow to flow. This is saying, let the energy flow. If you feel angry about something, allow yourself to feel the anger, acknowledge it. This is not about then directing it at another person or another thing, but this is saying, let yourself feel it, let it flow, acknowledge it, and then after that, the initial rush of that has gone through you, take a step back and go, where did that really come from? What's underneath that? How does that serve me? What's it doing? What's it telling me? Or it might be sadness. You may find yourself sobbing in a corner into a pillow. And again, don't try and fight it. Let that energy flow. Let that emotion flow. Emotions are just a form of energy. It's when you stop them and you go, oh, I'm not allowed to do that. I can't do that. That you block things in your energy field. And that's what then stops the flow. And that creates blockages, which then creates problems, as I've said. So no matter what you're feeling, could be joy. Let's hope it's joy. But even then, there can be times when you go, oh, I feel so joyful and everyone around me is miserable, so I'm not allowed to feel joy. No, feel the joy because that's you. Let it flow. Feel it, allow it. This is giving yourself permission to feel whatever you feel. That's what they're talking about with this energy. Let it flow. Connect with it because this is your connection to all that is. They say when you allow yourself to feel it fully as it flows around you and through you with its ribbons of light and light, you feel your connection. That's your connection to source. That's your connection to your divinity. That's your connection to the oneness of the universe. Allow that flow because when you block it, you're stopping your connection. That's really the core of this message. Allow it to flow. Know that it is you and you are it. That is all there is. You are energy. I am energy. These cells that make up this thing called a physical body are energy. They're made up of energy. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it, said Albert Einstein. He knew. It's literally you and I. I'm sitting here in front of a video camera talking to you through a screen of technology, and it's all energy. Allow yourself to trust that. Allow yourself to let it flow and flow with it. It's that fluidity, that movement, that flow that's important. They're saying, feel it in you, let it happen. So let's bring this back to the practicality, because it's a brilliant message, and sometimes these messages can feel very abstract and out there. So let's ground this into the here and now. How do you actually use that in the reality? So we've talked about emotions, letting them flow through you. If you're feeling something, let yourself feel it. Doesn't mean if you're feeling all angsty and tense that it's okay to go and shout at someone. No, preferably don't do that. But acknowledge how you feel. Let yourself feel it. And then come back into yourself. A lot of this process that we're going through right now is actually about how we as humans integrate our spiritual awareness and our connection with divine source, God, whatever you want to call it, with everything that is. How do we bring that into our physical bodies? How do we embody that? How do we bring it into our real life? Because our point of being human is to bring this energy into our physical self so that we can anchor it in and therefore raise the energy vibration of everyone around us that we meet. That's how it works. It ripples out. The more grounded and connected you are in your physical body, whilst being connected to the oneness of everything that is, the more you then impact the people around you, because your energy is talking to their energy. As my energy is talking to you now, I'm speaking to you with words, but my energy is talking to your energy. Your energy is receiving this. And it's about, how do you bring all of these esoteric ideas and concepts into your physical self? If you were only meant to be having a spiritual experience, you would not be incarnate right now as a human. That's true. There's an awful lot of noise in the spiritual world, and has been for some time, about, great, go out there, astral travel, fly with dragons, whatever it is you want to do. And believe me, I do. But the key is not doing that. It's about then how you bring that back into your physical body, and what does it mean in the real world. You are a human being having a human experience for a reason. And I believe that part of that reason is so that we can all show up in a very grounded, real way, and show others through our way of being that says we can do this and inspire others around us. That's what this is about. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. That's why you're here. So that you can bring these esoteric concepts, spirituality, the divinity that sits within every single one of us, our connection with everything, and bring it into grounded reality in the physical form, in the human body. So let's do a little exercise to do that, because the key to that, the key to all of this, everything I've talked about in this message, is bringing it into your physical body and staying grounded, staying regulated in your nervous system. Keeping yourself calm, using techniques to keep yourself calm. Now, for me, let me share a couple of techniques that I use. You can use whatever you want, whatever works for you. Grounding is huge. And there are so many different ways to do grounding. So you find your own. You can go out and hug a tree, sit in nature, talk to your houseplants, whatever it is, and listen, because they do talk back if you listen in. But for me, bringing it into the physical body, when you feel that tension, you feel that surge of emotion, it's about calming down your nervous system. So for me, it's all about the breath. It's all about the breath. So, two techniques that I use, which are great. One is box breathing. So when you breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and then repeat round. And you do that probably at least a dozen times. And at the end of it, you find yourself going, oh. Because you're concentrating on the breath, your mind is not spiraling off on all the other things, and it focuses yourself into your physical body and it calms everything down. The other one that I like, and actually is probably my preferred one, breath work, is where it's vagal break breathing. And the numbers are, make up your own numbers, they'll work for you. But for me, I breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6. And then hold. The pause at the end before you breathe in again. So what I try and do is breathe in for 4, out for 6, hold for 8. Because you're forcing your body to sit in stillness. And with this one in particular, I breathe in as fully as I possibly can in that count of 4. I breathe out as fully as I possibly can. I get my lungs really empty over the count of 6, and then I hold in that emptiness for a count of 8, and then breathe in again for 4, out for 6, hold for 8. And like I say, those numbers, make them your own, but it's the principle of you can count in for 5 and out for 8 and hold for 10, or whatever works for you. Use your own numbering, but it's the principle of that. It brings you back into your body, and it actually, by breathing out for longer than you breathe in, you force your nervous system to calm down, and it's a really great way of doing it. The other thing that I use a lot is tapping. Love tapping, it's brilliant. If you want a recommendation on someone to learn tapping from, let me know, because there's someone I use and she's amazing, and she's got a free community as well. So let me know if you want that. I think we are in the most incredible time. I think we have the most mind-blowing opportunity ahead of us, but it's about using the energies and not getting buffeted by them, not getting knocked over by that wind. Let that wind come through and know that on the other side of it is going to be the most beautiful, glorious, clear skies, and it's going to be amazing. And I know that can sound a bit trite with everything going on in the world right now, but this is about holding your nervous system calm and clear. So I really invite you, focus on your breath, focus on your breathing, stay grounded. And if you want some additional help with that, there's a free meditation, calming chaos meditation. It's an activation, it's a journey in your Akashic records, and the link for that I'll put with this video, and you can access that anytime. It's free, so you're welcome to grab that anytime you want. I'm going to leave this here for now. I am sending you so much love. Hang in there. We are all in this together. I am in this as much as you are. Believe me. This advice is as much for me as it is for you. But we are in this together. Do reach out to me. Let me know how this feels. Let me know, yeah, how you're feeling. I'd love to know. Reach out to me. You can in the comments or on any of my other any of the other ways we're connected. But yeah, in the comments below this, just let me know how you're doing and how this lands, and does this feel good for you, to know that the energies are just energies and they're swirling at the minute and then they'll calm down? How does that feel for you? Let me know. And if you haven't already, please, like I say, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. It makes a huge difference to the way this platform works. I don't like being a slave to the way the platforms work, but in this case, I want to get this message out, these messages out to as many people as possible. So it will show this to more people, the more people are subscribed and the more people like this video. So that would be wonderful. If you've had any value from this, that would be amazing. But otherwise, I am sending you so much love. Stay calm, stay grounded, stay breathing. I will be back with you very soon.